Hey guys, your boy back at you again, doing another soapbox. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but I decided to, just because stuff and thoughts and honestly stuff that's been bugging me for a while with just people in my life. This is basically going to be about how you should have self worth and realize that if you're in a toxic relationship, you know, with friends, your spouse, your significant other, that it is okay to have the thoughts, and if basically sometimes you may lie to yourself and your best option is to get out of the situation. This is going to refer to multiple people. So if you're an asshole who generally is going, this has to reflect upon me, and he's talking exclusively about me, go fuck yourself. You basically just realize you're an asshole. So anyway, how this is about me and how I reflect on people is some some of the stuff that I see, especially on online things, is how people are super toxic to their community, and how you can tell the people look down on how you can tell how these people look down on others and basically see their followers slash viewers slash people they claim to be friends with as nothing more than tools to get money. And the second that person makes it to where they don't seem like a golden god, or makes it to where they're not directly making money off them, they will cast them aside and try to brutally make it to where it is my way or shut the fuck up, or in specific cases just humiliation. I've had this multiple times where I have had people on that I know personally on Twitch basically steal money from people, sexually harass people, destroy their own community, drive people away, and basically make it to where people feel as though they're friends, but you quickly realize the second you don't see any benefit, like, it's not mutual beneficial, it's completely one-sided parasitic type of relationship, that once the parasite is the one not getting the benefits they want, they'll lash out at people. um I have seen this in multiple times of occasions where the person who is the abuser can't possibly be wrong in their mind, to the point of making extreme claims, such as in one case, there is three chambers of fucking Congress in the United States. Yes, you heard me right. I have literally had a dude try to claim that I was so stupid and not know how the US government works that he added another chamber of Congress out of nowhere, and then refused to even look up the information because he couldn't be wrong in his mind. This is the same person who basically, I would say, abused the trust of a lot of people and got mad when people found out, and in his words kind of turned on him because they were actively trying to tell people about how bad he was. In terms of, I can honestly say but can't verify, that people were saying he was using the money that he was supposedly raising for charity wrong. Um, a lot of a lot of stuff in charity cases. It was we're not donating to a link that directly goes to the charities. It goes to his personal bank account, or it goes to a bank account for the company in air quotes, which he is the only one that really has access to. Or in some cases, he, or actually in one case that I know specifically because it involved an incident that happened in my town, that a lot of people came together on Twitch selfishly and literally dropped everything when they saw what was happening and started raising money to help out victims of what happened. While doing that, he dropped everything, didn't say where the money that he already raised was going, and started campaigning for money for himself for medical bills. And when people questioned it, he instantly lashed out, acting as though if you questioned it, you were wanting his son to die. Um, if you weren't showing enough support, it was you aren't doing anything. If you decide to have a mind of your own, you weren't just criticized, you were made an example of. And all those things, you're thinking I'm ranting, all those things are stuff you need to watch out for. See, especially on Twitch, there's a lot of people that use people. There's a lot of people who honestly complain that people aren't supporting them, but the second that other people can be supported that have supported them in the past, they do nothing. They put an image of being nice and kind, but you can tell the second that you overstep a line of absolute submission, that you quickly get thrown back down and you see what the person really thinks about you. Where they will fake, as I'm going to put it, concern for others, but really what they're concerned about is why hasn't this person not been contributing in some way, shape, or form, such as views, donations, sharing links that directly try to make more people come to my page, or with sponsorships, they will inflate numbers by either, in some extreme cases I have seen, completely and utterly disregard what most people think of where the numbers come from, by people, willingly giving to you, but go around and give people the money to donate or contribute and make it seem as though they did it while it was really completely out of your pocket, as well as manipulate systems to where even the company will ban people for what they're suggesting, and they have no care, because as long as their numbers are good, they're good. While asking stuff from people and then acting as though those people should drop everything for them, or just act as though the pittance they give them is worth it. Again, this is a soapbox. I am ranting a little bit, and it's some personal stuff that I have had multiple people do. Again, if you're an asshole who's possibly watching this right now and going, he's talking about me, congratulations, you realized you're an asshole. And honestly, at this point in time, I will honestly say, if you're one of these assholes who are watching this and going, wow, I didn't realize that he thought I was doing that to myself, and I'm going to, I was doing that to him, or that he thought that about me, and I should message him or try to interact with him in such a way to try to not do that. Go fuck yourself, because honestly, I saw through your shit, and if you're trying to hook me back in, go fuck off a cliff, and get out of my life. And if you try to make it to where other people hate me because you're saying so and you make up bullshit things, go fuck off harder. Because I've seen that also, where it isn't, where the stuff that happened, and I will openly admit I will not publish the shit that happened, and because I don't want to drag other people into it, because some of the stuff other people have brought up, other stuff I'm gonna respect privacy, and I'm hoping that you do too. But I've had cases where people have manipulated information and stuff that others have done, and basically have made people who are not in the fold anymore and are not willing to be part of the fold anymore complete villains in others' eyes, because how dare they go against my cause because my cause is just. um Yeah, fuck that noise. From the bottom of my heart, kiss my black ass. You can kiss the fattest part of my black fucking ass if you do that stuff, because you're not a normal person. You're a manipulating asshole. And while not hoping bad stuff happens to you, I hope that eventually the people you use and you abuse and you manipulate finally realize the piece of shit you are. And this goes to anybody who's doing that, because if you're manipulating people to get money or views or step up in power, go fuck yourself. Especially for one of these people that piggyback off others and never contribute anything in general, to where the basic concept of you not getting fucking money directly put in your pocket, and money that could be going into your pocket is going into somebody else's pocket. If that is a thing that I have seen and I have noticed, and trust me, I've noticed with people, this is how it is, where everything is reflecting money going in my pocket, and very, very, very few times, I'm not telling people how to use their platform, but there are certain things that you see what some of the people in their position do, and they literally have done that once, and you can tell that the fact that they didn't earn money or credit or gain any notoriety off of it made them disgusted to the point they don't want to do it again. Yeah, go fuck yourself, you selfish piece of shit. Where if anything you do has to directly make you richer, even though you know for a fact you can milk people for money even more than what you did, and you're going to, but you just don't know how much you can yet because you haven't tested their limits. Yeah, go fuck yourself if you honestly do that shit. And I know people who do that shit and have done that shit, and it's clear as fucking day what they do and what they think of the people they call friends, while in the back of their mind they're just thinking about how much they can milk the shit out of the person for in terms of trying to get entertainment value that you can use to try to get something out of in a non-mutual way. Yeah, go fuck yourself. This has been a rant again because honestly, again, this stuff has done it. This doesn't just reflect on stuff such as video games or communities or just Twitch or YouTube, or I would say Mixer, but Mixer's dead. Maybe Facebook gaming, but I don't see that many people do Facebook gaming. But it's just in general, with relationships, people can be the same exact way to where you're in a relationship where the person is just putting themselves on a pedestal above you and acting as though you're their servant, and the second you do something they don't like, they lash out. That is a key sign of a thing to get out of quickly as possible. I would say same thing as if the person is trying to manipulate you into conversations that you don't want to do, and you told them that you don't want to do, and they try to make it seem like it's normal for them and will constantly try to push that line. Get out of that relationship, avoid that person as hard as possible, because that person doesn't have your best intention in mind. This has been a long video, basically coming up to the thing of you have self-worth, you have value. Don't make other people think you don't have value, or the only reasoning you have value is because of them. And without them, you would be nothing. Because those people are the worst of all, because they don't care about you and are trying to keep you so they can try to find value within themselves. You have value. Even if you don't think so, you have value. There are people out there that will support you, that care about you, that won't abuse you, that want you in their lives. And you deserve better than somebody who is manipulating you, who is using you, who is basically a scumbag that doesn't see you for who you are, doesn't want to accept you for who you are, or wants you to grovel at their feet for every mistake you make, even though they have made horrible stuff and have said horrible things in a manner to where everything they said was what their opinion was, and wasn't in a joking manner to where you can say it was satire, or in some cases where you can look at YouTube videos, you can clearly tell the ideas they're doing is so over the top and insane that nobody would be able to do it. And they even jokingly put it like that. But look for signs and stuff, and look how people react. Because honestly, there are people who are nice out there, and I can honestly suggest some, and I can honestly suggest that you find people like that who care for you, and don't try to come to you and reach out the second they see that you may be falling out of line and can't benefit them anymore. And that's the only time they talk to you. I will say that if some friends will be there, but they won't be direct because they have their own stuff going on, but you can tell who they are. And I have people like that in my life, and I'm happy I have people like that in my life, even though at times we can drive each other insane with just stupidity. But I know at the end of the day that person has my back, and they will try their hardest to support me. And yeah, get the evilness out of your life and embrace the good people that you have found. And hopefully, if you are embracing people who are being manipulative and are evil and pretending to be good, you find that out, and you find out who your true friends are, and you find the strength to move on from that person and be able to live your life the best of your ability. Because again, you do have value. People care about you. It's just at points in time we find each other in places where you're not with the best of people, but your desire in and their manipulation makes it seem like they're good people. And I hope if you're in a place like that, you quickly find out before too much harm is done that that person doesn't have your best interest in mind and leave. Um, I'm going on too much of it now, so I'm just gonna to to wrap it up. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry this is such a long video, but this is a personal subject to me that's been happening to me my whole life, and I've had multiple just scumbags that I will put do this to me in varying levels and degrees, and yeah, it's a really personal subject. But I think a lot of other people need to hear this because they may be in the same situation and may be at that point where they're questioning their their relationship with somebody on a physical or personal or even level of friendship, and this may help you out just finally deciding it. Because with true friends, you're never going to have to question some of the stuff that you do with these mental mind manipulators, as I say. So, anyway, I hope you found this helpful, and hopefully, maybe this leads to people getting out of bad relationships. And if you did, you did you, and you're better off for it. Don't look